Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a dating loop? Like you're watching the same movie over and over, just with a different cast? You meet someone new, things feel exciting, hopeful, and then, bam, the same issues pop up, the same arguments, the same anxieties, the same ending. It's frustrating, right? It makes you want to throw your hands up and say, what is wrong with everyone? But what if the question isn't what's wrong with them, but rather, what's going on with me? I want to share a story, a realization that completely changed my perspective on dating and relationships. For years, I found myself drawn to the same type of person. On the surface, they were different jobs, different hobbies, different backgrounds. But emotionally, they were carbon copies. They were often emotionally unavailable, needed a lot of validation but couldn't give much back, or had a flair for drama that initially seemed exciting but always ended in chaos. Each time a relationship ended, I'd blame them. She was too needy, she was too distant. She just wasn't ready for a real commitment. I had a whole laundry list of reasons why it didn't work out, and none of them had to do with me. I was the good guy, the one who was trying, the victim of bad luck in a sea of incompatible people. Or so I thought. The turning point came after a particularly painful breakup. This one hit differently. It was the same pattern, but amplified. I was left feeling completely drained and confused. I started looking back, not just at this last relationship, but at all of them. I laid them out in my mind like a series of photographs, and that's when I saw it. The common denominator in every single one of those pictures was ENT, the type of woman I was dating. The common denominator was me. It was a tough pill to swallow. It's so much easier to be the hero of your own story, the one who was wronged. But the truth was, my subconscious was running the show. My unhealed wounds, my old patterns from childhood and past experiences, were the ones swiping right. They were the casting director for my love life, and they had a very specific type. See, my pattern was rooted in a need to fix things, to be the hero. I was subconsciously attracted to people who seemed like they needed saving because it made me feel valuable and necessary. My own self-worth was tied to being needed. So, I'd find people who were emotionally turbulent or unavailable, and I'd pour all my energy into trying to win their love, to heal them. But you can't heal someone who doesn't see their own wounds. And more importantly, I was trying to fix them to avoid fixing myself. This is a really common cycle for so many of us, men and women alike. We repeat what we don't repair, especially if you grew up feeling like you had to earn love. You might find yourself constantly chasing people who make you prove your worth. If you experienced abandonment, you might be drawn to partners who are distant, recreating that familiar feeling of uncertainty. It's not because you enjoy the pain, it's because it feels familiar. Your nervous system is wired for that specific emotional landscape, even if it's a rocky one. This led me to a profound realization. Your dating standards don't truly rise until you heal your wounds. Let me say that again. Your standards don't rise until your wounds do. You can write a list of all the qualities you want in a partner: communicative, emotionally intelligent, stable, kind. You can tell yourself you deserve better. But if your unhealed parts are still in the driver's seat, you will unconsciously bypass the healthy, stable person because they feel boring. Your system, accustomed to chaos and high-stakes emotional drama, won't recognize the calm of a secure connection. It will interpret peace as a lack of passion. So, how do you break the cycle? How do you start dating from a place of healing instead of a place of wounding? The first step is radical self-awareness. You have to be willing to turn the spotlight inward. Instead of asking why you keep attracting the same type of person, ask yourself, what part of me is attracted to this? What familiar feeling does this person or situation trigger in me? Start journaling about your past relationships. Look for the patterns. What were the initial green flags that later turned red? How did you feel in the beginning? How did you feel at the end? What role did you play in the dynamic? Be brutally honest with yourself, but also compassionate. You were doing the best you could with the tools you had at the time. The next step is to actually do the healing work. For me, this meant taking a deliberate break from dating. I know that can sound terrifying. The idea of being alone can bring up all the stuff we're trying to avoid. But it's in that space of solitude that you can truly get to know yourself again. Who are you when you're not trying to be someone for somebody else? During this time, I focused on building my own self-worth from the inside out. I stopped looking for validation from a romantic partner and started validating myself. I celebrated my own wins, big and small. I reconnected with hobbies and friends that I had neglected while I was busy trying to save someone else. I learned to enjoy my own company. This is also where professional help can be a game changer. Talking to a therapist or a coach can help you uncover the root of these patterns. The things that are so deeply buried you can't see them on your own. They can give you tools to regulate your nervous system, to challenge your old beliefs, and to build a stronger sense of self. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. As I started to heal, something incredible happened. My type began to change. The things I found attractive shifted dramatically. The intense, chaotic energy that used to feel like a spark now felt like a warning sign. The emotional unavailability that once seemed like a challenge now just seemed tiring. Instead, I started to feel drawn to qualities like consistency, kindness, and clear communication. A healthy person who had done their own work no longer seemed boring. They seemed peaceful. Their stability felt safe, not stifling. My standards had risen because I had risen. I had healed enough to recognize and desire health in another person. I finally understood that a healthy relationship shouldn't feel like a battle to be won. It should feel like a shelter to come home to. So, if you're stuck in that dating loop, I want to offer you this encouragement. Take a step back. Give yourself permission to pause the search for the one and start the journey of becoming the one for yourself. Heal the parts of you that believe love has to be earned through struggle. Fill your own cup so completely that you're no longer attracted to people who will drain it. When you start dating from a place of wholeness, you'll no longer be attracting people. You'll be choosing them consciously, intentionally. You'll choose a partner who complements your peace, not one who disrupts it. The goal isn't to find someone to complete you, but to find someone to share your completeness with. The journey of healing isn't linear, and it's not always easy, but it is the most rewarding investment you will ever make in your own happiness and in the health of your future relationships. You deserve a love that feels like peace, but it starts with finding that peace within yourself first. Thanks for listening to these words of wisdom, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more love content on growth and self-awareness. As always, the heart remembers what the world forgets.